Hello everybody and thanks for watching. I'm Noel Bradford, Head of Technology at Equate Group. This video follows on from our webinar breakfast briefing of March the 4th, links above. We have more actionable intelligence for you and feel that we should share. We will add updates regularly, so please subscribe to the channel and ensure that you like the video. That way you'll get the latest news and analysis. As ever, we will try to explain deeply complicated subjects in simple terms. Keep things simple, as this video will go into more depth about some of the threats identified in the original webinar and introduce some threats that have become more evident since or may have been left out for brevity. The Equate Cyber team have been categorizing threats according to the following simple processes. We classify a severe threat as something that is full shields up, red alert, as there is known mitigation and or the transmission method is unknown, and the threat has been detected in the wild outside Ukraine. We really are not looking for another NotPetya level event, but if it does happen, it will come from this direction. A high threat level for the benefits of our presentation is something that has no mitigation or transmission method is unknown, but has not yet left Ukraine or the local geographic area. An elevated threat is something where there is mitigation and or the transmission method is known, and the threat has been detected within Ukraine but has not breached the borders yet. A guarded level of classification is something that there has been mitigation for by what should be routine patching and use of support and use of supported versions of OSs and applications. So if you're running Windows 7, that's not supported. You're running an old version of Office, that's not supported. So you need to act on anything that's labeled guarded. And finally, and purely for completeness, low threat level. We only added this for information purposes. You do not need to do any remedial work to protect this. However, there are some very obscure and therefore niche environments where this might present some form of threat, although that is still low, but needs to be recorded for completeness. So let's have a look at these threats. There are new threats seeming to appear daily, if not hourly. Some of them are purely propaganda, others are real. We have been through this in a fine detail, and we have identified 6 clear and present threats of varying degrees. This video will go into more depth about each of these, and as will become apparent, they all have the potential to be a major problem. So we have ranked them with threat levels as per previous slides and indicated whether mitigation or a fix or workaround exists for each. This intelligence is constantly evolving, and as such, the information here may be superseded in a matter of hours, a matter of days, or a matter of weeks. So, without further ado, let's look at Cyclops Blink. Cyclops Blink is a niche problem that doesn't pose a risk to your network. It's well known and a fix exists. It only affects WatchGuard routers or firewall appliances. It is something that is fairly unusual in as much as it is some malicious code that runs on Linux. If you have a WatchGuard router, WatchGuard firewall, speak to us or speak to WatchGuard and we can help you remove the nasty. It will, however you do it, require a degree of downtime. The reason it's important to remove this, even though it bears no threat to your network, it does bear a threat to global stability, as this is identified as a bot and able to conduct a distributed denial of service attack or DDoS attack on command from a remote command and control. We suspect that this is the work of Sandworm, GRU Unit 7445. However, this is yet to be confirmed. And this is significant that the National Cybersecurity has a whole webpage about this, a whole document, in fact. Sunseed is a phishing attack. The risk is high. Mitigation is available through user training. If you've trained your users to spot phishing email, then they will spot this. Again, it is slightly more niche than other threats, as this is a targeted campaign coming out of Belarus using a compromised Ukrainian soldier's email account. They appear to be targeting EU and UNHCR personnel who are coordinating the refugee and logistics and routes, etc. Again, the only defense against this is awareness and training. Foxblade. Reported by Microsoft, who say they do have detection available within Microsoft Defender or Windows Defender. It's currently only been detected on the Ukrainian government systems. It's a malicious Trojan, again, that enables a DDoS attack and could be deployed offensively to disable systems and services in Ukraine and further afield, and has a potential for use as a false flag operation. This appears to have the fingerprints of a Sandworm GRU Unit 7445 all over it, although this is yet to be confirmed. It's also worth mentioning Microsoft are being a tad cagey about that one. Hermetic Wiper. This is a nasty on the level of NotPetya. For more information about NotPetya, see the original webinar. It's been reported in the media as far afield as the the Wall Street Journal, and was detected by ESET. This will wipe your hard drive irrevocably. It will appear to be malware or ransomware, but actually it's going to wipe your hard drive regardless of what you do. It's affected 100 plus organizations in Ukraine, in the financial services and government contractors specifically, but it's also now been detected in the wild in Latvia and Ukraine. It would appear to have been around for at least 6 weeks prior to the invasion, and again, Sandworm are having the finger pointed at them because it is their TTP. Isaac Wiper, again, another wiper nasty, reported and discovered by ESET. It will wipe your hard drive completely. It is different code set from Hermetic Wiper. Its transmission method, we don't know how it spreads. Nobody seems to know, or if they do know, they're not saying. And it's been around even longer than Hermetic Wiper. So this has been floating around a while and may have been used in previous attacks. Currently, the APT is unknown. And finally, a niche one here for anyone in the petrochem world. The Saudi Aramco threat is warranting only an elevated threat level. The mitigation and fix is available through user training and proper virus protection. It appears to be an email coming from the Saudi Aramco oil company looking for people to help them by quoting for a project. It will deliver a relatively old piece of malware called Phonebook, which will steal PPI and keystrokes, etc. It's exploiting a vulnerability from 2017 in versions of Excel. The other mitigation for this is making sure that you are using the latest version of Excel with all the patches applied. Again, the APT for this is unknown, and we thank Malwarebytes for this little gem. So that's the briefing. Your next steps are to act today, not tomorrow. Look at things like access management, your EDR. How well trained are your team? How is patch management happening? How well is it going? Can you confirm that everything has been patched and running the latest versions? Look at monitoring. You need to know what's going on your endpoints, and you need to know today. And finally, please, please, please check your backups. If you do not have backups that are immutable and off-site, then talk to us today. We can help very quickly. Also consider your SaaS products, your Office 365, your Google, your Salesforce. If those are not backed up regularly, they need to be. Again, talk to us. We'll help you. And that is the end of this presentation. Thank you for your time, and hopefully we'll have another one of these up in a week or so, or sooner if needs be. But please subscribe, please like the channel, and you will get notifications when a new video drops.